name is Stacy Rita, and I'm studying to be an early elementary and special education teacher. I want to be a teacher because I think teachers are some of the most influential and helpful people, and I would like to be able to say that I had an impact on at least one child and helped them to learn and grow. In my K-12 experience, I didn't use much technology other than a few computer labs that were used outside of my classes. My teachers mostly just used PowerPoints in class. Everything is different in college. Here, my professors use smartboards, Nearpod, Edmodo, Schoology, Kahoot, and so many more technologies, along with the iPads and computers that are provided in some of my classes.
Some technology trends that are shaping classrooms today are allowing personal access to mobile devices, the one-to-one initiative, and the blended classroom. These all play an important part in integrating technology into the classroom while still having balance. By using the student's personal access to a device or having a one-to-one initiative in place, students are able to complete many things in new ways that couldn't happen without technology. We also see students learning better because, as we know, all students learn differently, and being able to have the technology allows for students to do so. Sometimes, students can even learn at their own pace depending on the lesson. Having a blended classroom can also be very beneficial to students because, as I said before, all students learn differently. While it is okay for some students to work on their iPads all the time, others need time with a pencil and paper to work problems out by hand. This is why a blended classroom is the best solution. You get both in one. When teaching in a classroom, I plan to use many synchronous technologies. Some that I plan to use are Nearpod, Kahoot, and Erasma. All of these technologies can be used differently. I would use Nearpod to present the content of my lesson while throwing in small activities and practice problems to make sure the content is well understood. Erasma can be used as either a warm-up or a review, depending on the content and activity. It is a really great way to get the students up and moving during a lesson, so they're not sitting the whole time. Kahoot will mostly be my closing activity, I think, because it is a great way to review what students learn in a fun, fast-paced game that everyone seems to love. I plan to use asynchronous technologies to teach my students as well. Some of my favorite asynchronous technologies are Educanon, Educreation, and Schoology. All three of these allow students to work at home and learn a lesson at their own pace, so then students can further practice what they learned when they get back to the classroom. I would use Educanon often because I think the questions that can be put into the videos are very important in making sure students are on task and paying attention to what they need to learn. Educreation will also be very helpful for me because it will allow the students to watch and see what I am doing, and they will be able to learn better from it. Over the years, as technology becomes more popular, there are more and more pessimists. There are always going to be pessimists when things change, and since technology is always changing, there are always people who aren't going to be for it. But that makes it all the more important for teachers to keep up with the always changing technology. This brings me to TPAC, Technological, Pedagogical, and Content Knowledge. It is important for teachers to be able to incorporate all of these types of knowledge when they're teaching, because each type of knowledge contributes to a different way of teaching that can be combined and changed to give lessons different meanings.
Education technology will shape my career as a teacher because of all that you can do with it. In the past, there was a limited amount you could do and show your class, even as recently as the dry erase projectors. Now there are unlimited possibilities to what can be done and shown for students to experience, and I can't wait to get out into the classroom and discover a whole new world of teaching with my students.